Welcome to Bears Now by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. Today's show is presented by Manscaped. If you want to get the best men's grooming products out there, go to manscaped.com and use promo code BEARS20. That'll get you 20% off plus free shipping. All right, the NFL draft is upon us, which means it's time for me to unveil my final Bears mock draft. We have brought you a mock draft just about every week here on this show, and this is the final one we're going to do, at least final 7-round one we're going to do before it all kicks off on Thursday. Just as a reminder, these are the picks that the Bears currently have: 9, 53, 61, also 64 and 103, 133, 136, 148, 218, and then 258. Those are the picks the Bears have. So with the number 9 pick, the Bears trade down. Da-da-da, da-da-da, trade alert. The Houston Texans come calling. They want to move up to number 9 overall, I believe, to draft a quarterback. I get 12 and 65. Move down 3 spots, pick up the second pick of the 3rd round. I think that's pretty darn good. We will take that as well. So at number 12 overall, we're trading again. And I think this scenario is very, very appealing. You trade down twice from 9 to 16. You're still picking right in the middle of the 1st round with Washington. Bears get 16, 47, and then 118, which is a 4th round pick. Commanders get 12 and 65. So you get 2 top 50 picks there. You also get a 4th. You give up 65 to help compensate as well. What do you guys think the Bears will do with the number 9 pick? Do you think they're going to trade down like I did just now twice, or do you think they're going to keep the pick and make a selection? Type K for keep or T for trade. Let me know what you guys think. All right, let's get into this mock draft now. At pick number 16, the selection is Tennessee offensive tackle Darnell Wright. And this is just a really ideal scenario, to be honest with you. You plug in Darnell Wright at right tackle, and you're feeling a lot better about your offensive line. You can keep Braxton Jones at left. Your interior is pretty solid there with Davis and Jenkins at guard. Might flip Jenkins to left, Davis at right. We'll see how they handle that. But Whitehair and Patrick at center are sitting there. I love the idea of trading down for Darnell Wright. In fact, I think out of all the scenarios that could happen, I probably like this one the most because I like Darnell Wright quite a bit. I don't love him at number 9, but I think he's a plug-and-play starter at a major position of need for you. You trade down, you get more draft capital, and you get a day 1 starter. I like that. The Bears appear to like Darnell Wright. If you can get him on a trade down, I am all in. Round 2, pick 47, you want to talk about value. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the edge out of Kansas State. He's been getting some round 1 buzz. You get him kind of in the middle of the 2nd round here at 47 overall. I think that is awesome for Chicago. Really productive player for the Wildcats. 20 sacks over the past couple of seasons. About 255 pounds. So, maybe he's 5-10 pounds lighter than you would like in a 4-3 scheme, but that's certainly not small by any means. I would be comfortable taking him. He's an advanced pass rusher. Good enough run defender. Needs to improve in that area, but you need pass rushers, period. You got to be able to get after the quarterback. This team had just 20 sacks as a team last year. DeMarcus Walker's a nice addition. Rasheem Green's a good rotation guy, but he should not be a starter. I think Anudike-Uzomah as a rookie is a guy you can throw out there as a rookie, say, hey, go get the quarterback. There will be learning pains, but I'm comfortable with him going out there and starting. And he's getting round 1 buzz. Like, I've seen a lot of mocks where he sneaks in there at 29, 30, 31 to some teams. I know the Chiefs at 31 have been a popular team mocked for Felix Anudike-Uzomah. You get him here at 47. I love the value. I also like the pick here at 53, the cornerback out of Miami, Tyrique Stevenson, who started his college career at Georgia, struggled there, but then transferred to Miami in the past couple of years, really played well. This last year, gave up just 3 touchdowns, just over 42% completion. He was locked down, had a couple of picks, 7 breakups, 6 foot, just under 200 pounds. So the frame is solid. I think he's a nice outside corner to pair with Jalen Johnson. Kyler Gordon, you keep him in the nickel, assuming that's the plan for Chicago. And then your secondary is in a pretty good spot with Jaquan Brisker and Eddie Jackson manning the safety positions as well. I am firmly in the camp of adding a corner on day 2. There's a lot of guys in the 2nd, 3rd round you could get. Julius Brents, Tyrique Stevenson, DJ Turner, Keely Ringo, Cam Smith. You could go on and on. Clark Phillips. There's 5 to 8 corners, between picks 40 and 80 that I think could fill a need for this football team, Tyrique Stevenson being one of them. I like getting him here at 53. Subscribe and join us. We'll be live for all 3 days of the NFL Draft here on Bears Now. So hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and don't miss any of our coverage here on Chicago Bears Now. Draft pick analysis. We're going to have some fun, play some games. Don't miss any of it. It's youtube.com/BearsNow. All right, round two. These last two are actually both round two. Sorry about that. Sam LaPorta at 61 overall, the tight end out of Iowa. If you just want to update that on the fly, Rolly, we don't need to do it afterwards. The tight end out of Iowa at 61 overall here. Like the selection, tight end isn't a top need for this football team, but it's a position that you could certainly add in this NFL draft. I think LaPorta, Big Ten country, keep him local-ish, is a guy that could really complement Cole Kmet well. I think he's a better receiving prospect coming out of college than Kmet was. Kmet, kind of an all-around tight end blocker receiver. LaPorta, better as a receiving option. I like this value for him. He's put together 2 solid seasons of college football. I mean, you look at his past couple of years for the Hawkeyes, by the way, a garbage offense. Over 50 catches each year, over 650 yards each year. Yeah, you'd like to find the end zone a little bit more, but again, that Iowa offense is just piss poor under Kirk Ferentz and his son, I believe his name's Brian. Just awful offenses. LaPorta can work the seam. He can be a safety valve for Justin Fields. Just give you another weapon at the tight end position. And in general, this is a great draft to add a tight end. I mean, you've got him, Darnell Washington, Luke Musgrave, obviously the premium guys in Kincaid and Michael Bayer. You've got Zach Kuntz on day 3, Luke Schoonmaker. I mean, there's a lot of tight ends in this draft. And LaPorta there, second, third round, I think it's a really good value for the tight end out of Iowa. Should the Bears draft a tight end this year? Type Y for yes. You can also type in for no. Let me know what you guys think. Should the Bears take a tight end in this draft? Now, if you want to see your ladies' tight end, well, you better shave things downstairs because otherwise she's going to be running the other way. And Manscaped is going to keep you looking nice and trimmed downstairs. Then the tight end is going to show up out of nowhere. Lawnmower 4.0, best men's grooming ball hair trimmer on the market. Manscaped.com, promo code BEARS20. Keep things nice and trim. 4 adjustable guards. You can shave it clean. You can leave a landing strip, if you will. Wireless charging station. You can use it in the shower as it is water resistant. There's a light on the end of it so you can see those kind of deep, dark places you need to find there. Promo code BEARS20 to get 20% off. Be the franchise player this season. Look sharp with Manscaped. Promo code BEARS20, manscaped.com. All right, Luke Wypler, round 3, pick number 64. Maybe it's a tick early, but for me, he's the third center in this draft after John Michael Schmitz and Joe Tippmann, so I don't think it's that big of a reach. I think the way I would view this for Wypler as you look at the offensive line is between Cody Whitehair and Lucas Patrick, you probably pick one to keep and start this year. The other one you cut to save some salary cap. And then Wypler is your backup as a rookie. And then in 2024, he becomes your starter. I think that's how I would do things. Now, if he gets into camp and it's just the best option, great. That's even better if he could start as a rookie. But give him a year, build that core strength up a little bit, learn behind either Patrick or Whitehair, and then he can take over as the starter in 2024. All right, day 3. I was surprised. A.T. Perry sitting there to start the 4th round. Most have him as a 3rd-round guy, but listen, some guys with 3rd-round grades are going to fall to the 4th round. That's just how the NFL draft goes. 6'3", 200, good size there. He can really stretch the field. Kind of like LaPorta, he's put together 2 solid years on tape. He can really challenge corners vertically. Averaged 18 yards per catch 2 seasons ago. Still average over 14 this past year. 26 touchdowns the last 2 seasons in that Wake Forest offense. I like the production. I like the traits. His relative athletic score was like 9.3 out of 10, so he checks the athletic boxes as well. I think you bring him in, he can be your number 4 receiver as a rookie, kind of work him into the rotation with St. Brown and Velus Jones, and then, your wide receiver room's probably set with your top 4 there. Perry, Velus Jones, that goes 6 deep. Dante Pettis can compete for a roster spot, and you're probably good to go. I think Perry's is still on day 3. I'd be surprised if he's sitting here, but it's not completely out of the realm of possibility, which is why I went ahead and selected him here because I did not think it was super unrealistic. A.T. Perry out of Wake, comes to the Bears to start the 4th round. Who's going to be a steal in this NFL draft? I think Perry could be. I think he's a guy that could come in and be a number 2 receiver for a team. Maybe not right away, but down the road, I think he's got that ability. Let me know who you think will be a steal in this draft. Maybe it's Anudike-Uzomah, the defensive lineman out of Texas. I think he's probably more of a 3-4 defensive end, but I think he can play some 3-tech, some 4-3 D end as well. I like his athletic profile. Kobe Turner, not the athlete Uzomah is, shorter arms, 34-inch arms for Uzomah, 31.5, I believe, for Turner. But the production was better for Turner overall. He had 10 tackles for loss. He was one of PFF's highest-graded players this past year. I think he was like a 91, 92 overall. Second Wake Forest player I'm taking. 3 forced fumbles here, a couple of breakups. Kobe Turner is a guy that I think can be a rotation defensive lineman at multiple positions for several years to come. Be sure to check out our main NFL draft coverage, picks analysis for every single team starting on Thursday in round 1 on Chat Sports. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV will be live at 6 Eastern Thursday. Take you through the entire first round. We'll have grades at the end of each round. Then we'll do the same thing Friday, do the same thing Saturday. Every single pick will be broken down on our main NFL draft coverage. Chase Brown, listen, he's usually there in the 4th or 5th. I like taking him there. Running back out of Illinois. Not sure why we put that distinction there. Round 5, pick number 136. Really productive last year for the Fighting Illini. I mean, really, really productive. 328 carries, 1,643 yards, average 5 yards per carry. Also showed the ability to catch the football a little bit. 240 yards, 13 total touchdowns. Here's what I like. He's a proven workhorse. Now, that could chop a year or two off his NFL career because he's taken a lot of hits and he has a lot of carries under his belt. But Chase Brown, I think, can come in right away and be in the rotation with Khalil Herbert and Deontay Foreman, which I think in round 5 is pretty appealing. Shout out your favorite college football team. I know we have some Illinois fans in the chat. Chase Brown, Fighting Illini legend. His brother Sidney Brown's a good player as well. So shout out your favorite college football team down in the comment section. I'm a TCU alum. Roley is a St. Bonaventure alum, but his favorite college football team is North Carolina. So go ahead and shout out your favorite team. All right, Andrew Voorhees, the offensive lineman out of USC. He's probably not going to play this year. He tore his ACL at the NFL Combine, but here's what's unique about Andrew Voorhees. He's got over 400 snaps under his belt at left tackle, left guard, and right guard. 3 different positions. I like that. He's a guy that's moved around, played at a good level at 3 different spots. I think would have been a day 2 pick potentially had he not had the injury. Yeah, you probably lose a year off his 4-year rookie contract, but I think in 2024 he competes for a starting role or is at least a quality backup. I think in the 5th round, that's pretty valuable. This is still a long-term rebuild for Chicago. And then a couple of 7th-round picks, no 6th-round picks. Stetson Bennett still there in round 7. 2-time national champion. You know, there's been some concerns in the pre-draft process. Got arrested for public intoxication. He also skipped the Senior Bowl. I think there might be a little cockiness there, which isn't super ideal to have maturity questions considering he's almost 26 years old. But in the 7th round, I mean, he's got that winning pedigree. I think that has value. DeMarco Hellams, the safety out of Bama. This is kind of just a best player available. Come in, play some special teams, be a depth safety, go compete with a guy like Elijah Hicks for playing time. Okay, there you have it. My final mock draft in the books, A, B, C, D, or F. Go ahead and grade it for me with an A, B, C, D, or F. And then we'll kind of cycle back through the picks here real quick to recap this mock. In case you forgot any of the picks, then you can drop a letter grade there. Darnell Wright, after trading down twice, get him at 16th overall, plug-and-play right tackle. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the edge out of Kansas State in round 2, along with Tyrique Stevenson and Sam LaPorta, cornerback out of Miami and tight end out of Iowa. Love that trio of picks in the 2nd round. Luke Wypler, the center out of Ohio State, to start round 3. A.T. Perry, the Wake Forest wide receiver, to start the 4th round. Texas defensive lineman Anudike-Uzomah in the 4th round as well as Kobe Turner. It's funny, when I picked it 118, I was debating between Uzomah and Turner, then Turner was still there, so I got him at 133. Chase Brown, the Illinois running back in round 5. Andrew Voorhees, the USC offensive lineman in the 5th round. And then Stetson Bennett and DeMarco Hellams my 2 7th-round picks as well. There you have it. Final mock draft in the books. We'll see if any of these players end up being Chicago Bears. And again, subscribe and join us because we will be live starting on Thursday night for the first round of the NFL draft. Probably 15, 30 minutes before round 1 starts, I would guess. Maybe 7:30 Eastern time. We'll finalize the time there. Subscribe, turn on noties. That way you know exactly when we go live. Producer Rolly and I will be ready to go. Hopefully we'll see you there.